WLFE DB Radio.
Talk with Teddy starts now. You pick the topic, I pick the guest. Remember, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page, Facebook, and more. You're listening to Talk with Teddy on WLFE DB Radio Network. Please check out our website at WLFE-DB.com. All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Talk with Teddy. And we are going to have a wonderful night tonight. And I have the beautiful Jenna Grover with me.
I get to be on the show tonight. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me tonight, Teddy.
You're welcome, love. It's always fun to have you on. It's always fun. And, I have been wanting a magician, and we have better than that. We have a bubble magician on the show. Mr. River Berry, thank you for joining us, River.
Thank you for having me.
This is going to be fun.
Absolutely.
So, Jenna, I'm gonna do this. How old do you think he is? Do you think he's old enough to have a 25-year-old kid?
I was gonna say 37, but that's guessing probably way old. But yes, if I'm right, then possibly he could.
Okay.
39. 42.
Higher.
46.
44.
Okay, I was done guessing anyway. Oh my goodness, good for you. Do I dare tell my age? I'm older than you. That's all I'll say.
Oh.
I'm older than both of you.
Oh, thank you, darling. You too.
I'm older than both of you.
Oh, but you look the best.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. Yep, brown nosing. Mm-hmm. You just want a free trip to Ireland. I get it.
Yes, please. Everyone would have fun. They'd have more fun if I was there. Come on, pay for me, Ted.
I get it. Well, I'm going to kind of run down River's bio real quick. I actually found his website, and there's an awesome picture of him there. And I might actually steal it so we can show it, on here real quick. But I want to. Do I have your permission to steal your picture?
Yes.
Okay.
You have my permission.
Okay, I got his permission. All right, so it says here, River, get off there. Jeez. All right, it says River Berry has been immersed in the entertainment world for over 20 years. One of the most original and in-demand acts out there. River's style of entertainment emphasizes moving beyond the present moment to help find an equal balance between self and nature, allowing the individual movement to inspire for the moment. A magician, bubble artist, and rock balancing artist. I didn't realize you were a rock balancing artist. That's cool as shit. River is committed to sharing the expressions of the four foundations pillars of physical, mental, spiritual, and financial. Financial? Oh, we need to talk, brother. He has appeared as himself on A&E Biography Halloween show, which is very cool. River has studied the master magician with the master magicians Jeff Mcbride and Eugene Berger. I've actually heard of Jeff Mcbride, but not Eugene Berger. Not sure why, but I haven't. As a performing artist of bubbles, magic, and dance too. My gosh, he's multi-talented, folks. He is committed to the expansion of personal development and finding the power within. His love of people and uncanny ability to understand their behavior has resulted in the most unbelievable magic act and the only one of its kind in the world. So I think that's an awesome bio, first off. I think that's fantastic. Hopefully I didn't stumble over the words too much. A little, maybe.
Sounded great to me. Wow, what a bio.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to start right in with, how did you get into this? How did this become your, well, it's not a job, is it? I mean, or is it just something you love to do?
No, this is what I do full time for 16 years.
Wow.
For my family.
Awesome.
So it's interesting that you say that, because there's a piece of thing that I have. So it started when I was 5 years old. My parents were going through a divorce. And every time we would go to like a fountain, had a water fountain, I would say it was a wishing fountain. And somehow I got an idea that if I have a penny with my year on it, it would have some kind of like special abilities. So I said, Mom, can I have a penny with a year on it? And she would probably pull out any like regular old penny, it could be anything. And so my wish every single time was I wish for magical power to bring my parents back together. Every single time. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they divorced. And we were living in Asheville, Ohio at the time, and we moved to Pennsylvania beside my brother-in-law's house, which is Lemoyne, Pennsylvania. And that was also a time where you could walk on the streets and not worry about your kids going to be abducted. Because again, I'm 5 years old walking around.
Right.
And up the street was this magical place called Magic Shop. And you walked in the left-hand side, there was like rows of costumes. And then the right-hand side was a long glass counter with wall-to-wall magic. And the owner said, do you want to see a magic trick? And I'm like, sure. So I sat in the bar stool. He did something with coins. I don't actually remember. But on the top shelf, there was a box that had dragons on it. I said, how much for that box? He says, how much you have? So again, I'm 5 years old. I pull out my wallet. I said, I had this much.
Oh.
You had $8. You know what? This is exactly $8.
Wow.
So I went home and I tell my mom, I said, Mom, I went to the magic shop and he asked me how much money was in my wallet and he took everything out of my wallet. That's the only thing my mom heard, is he took all of my allowance.
Oh no. Oh no.
You never tell somebody how much money is in your wallet, right? What you do realize is that the box actually costs $40.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And so I actually have it here. A lot of times people ask me and I don't actually have it. So this right here is the box. This box is almost 40 years old.
Wow.
And so it's a box and dragon. So a lot of times, if somebody hires me for a birthday show, I'll actually perform this in here. So I'll just show you. I'll show you this really quick what it is. So so there's nothing in the box. Okay. So we're going to go back in time. We're going to be, I think it's 1983 or something like that. And the first thing that comes in this box is this rabbit. This is the original thing that actually came with this box. It's this illusion. So you believe that $40 magician is like
$40, and then $40 was huge. I mean,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, that was a big thing. So, all right, so again, going a little bit forward in time, nothing inside the box. But one of my biggest passions, and it still is, was Star Wars. Luke Skywalker.
That's an original.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I actually do. It's actually a pretty sad story. So I had every single New Hope figure, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I had the Millennium Falcon. I had the Snow Station, the Cantina. I had everything. I was literally sitting on $1 million. But back then, they didn't revamp the movies. And I was in my 20s, and I was like, I need some money. So I sold it all for $55.
No.
Oh.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Not today. Oh.
I've been kind of trying to collect the things that I lost, but like I lost millions of dollars.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so sad.
I know, but there's more. There's more. So that for this time, there's nothing inside the box. But now I am like 8 years old. I'm with my grandparents, and we went to see E.T.
Ooh, I love that movie.
And so after that, we went to the museum, and we had this little thing right here.
Oh.
I don't know what it's called, but it's, to me back then, it was really magic. So if you hold it like this, watch, it actually raises up. The liquid would raise up. Do a little bit more here. Here we go. It raises up into the upper chamber, from the lower chamber. Keeps raising. More and more. 2 hours later.
Oh,
So here, this little toy again was like 8 years old. So again, forward back in time one more time
all right.
to now present moments. There's nothing in there, and so this is a magic that I still do, and I still love Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. This is the older version of Luke Skywalker in his beard. Hence the beard I have too. So that's the story of how
That was awesome. That empty box was sure full of a lot of goodies.
Yeah, it was. That's awesome. Yay.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for doing that. So okay, so you got this box when you were 5 years old.
Mhm.
What happened? I mean, where did this go? I mean, did you take it from the box to the, oh my gosh, I need this, I need that, I need this, or were you just like, I need the information, not the stuff?
Well, in the beginning, a lot of times, like which happens a lot of magicians who start out. I started getting magic kits for my birthday, and again going up to the magic shop, I would get different things, and
Right.
so and at that time we didn't really have. There was not any, YouTube at the time, and even the things with the video was the VHS. And at the time, my parents couldn't even afford a VCR player. So I had to read books, and even at that time, I was dyslexic, so I had a hard time comprehending. So I would try to do things, but my mom said I march to a beat of a different drummer. So I'm always like, hey, like, whatever was my personality, what I didn't understand in magic. And so later, that was like 83, 84, 85. There was a magician. His name is Mcbride, which Ted, you said you recognize. And just to tell you a little history, so Eugene Berger is actually Jeff McBride's mentor. Eugene Berger actually passed away. His birthday was actually June 1st.
Oh, wow.
So he passed away. But so I seen this magician, and at the time it's David Copperfield on TV, which everyone saw. And with this magician, he did things weird with masks and kabuki theater and dance, and it was very ritual shaman-like. And I'm like, it spoke to me. I was like, and I still even to this day I get little goosebumps just even talking about it. And so, so I start getting his stuff, his material, and everything like that. And then in 4th grade, my teacher, Miss Matthews, I will never forget her name. She's the nicest teacher I've had, and she let me do a magic show. So I did a magic show, and during recess, kids broke into my magic effect. And said, "We know how it's done." Totally ruined me. I did not want to do any magic ever again. I kind of did it on my own, but I never did it for the public or anything like that. So I went into dancing, right? So I got into dancing because I, found out I was really good at it and I could meet girls. And
I love it.
Can I ask what kind of dancing you did? Was it jazz? Was it tap? Was it just...
I started as a hip hop dancer.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not, with long hair, I looked like a... I said that one time to some person. I said, "Oh, I just do hip hop," and he goes, "Really? Like, you got like long hair and a beard? Like, kind of look like a hit." And I'm like, and then I also did ballet. I did 1 year ballet. I totally sucked at it. In fact, even my ballet teacher said, "I will never make it a dance. I don't have the body for dance." Like she was just totally hard for me on aspects and stuff like that.
She sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Later on, we later became friends. It's actually kind of like that is in the community. Whether you're in fashion, whether you're in dance, like it's cutthroat. And like it's the old school kind of thing. Like if we're this way, you're tough as nails. So if you're gonna go for an audition, like you got. If somebody says no, you're tough as nails. And actually, it did actually help me. It helped me throughout my entire career, including now. So, so I did dance, and then when I was in my 20s, I was like, I wonder where I can put in my choreography, and I started doing magic again. And then after that, I got into there's 2 fraternities, so I got into fraternity of magic, and later full circle actually met my mentor, who's my idol, at a festival, and the rest is history.
Did you say you were in a fraternity, a magic fraternity?
Yeah, so there's two magic fraternities. It's called SAM, Society of American Magicians, or IBM, which is International Brotherhood of Magicians. So,
Wow.
so everyone's like the Penteller, David Copfield, anybody's in it, we're all in that thing, and we share things, and
That's very
Well,
cool.
I didn't even know they existed. That's really cool. I'm glad you caught that, Jenna. Jeez.
I know, right? I'm so smart and I catch everything.
See, now you know why I want you on the show. I have to say this. Did you see my shirt? Because it's green there. You can see right through me. So I feel light as a feather today.
You're light as a feather, stiff as a
Boy,
board.
I knew this.
Couldn't help it. I have to say, I do actually want a green screen so I can wear things that look invisible, like maybe put some
we can
green
hook you
in
up.
my hair. Oh, that would be so
We can
fun.
hook you up. We can
I
hook
think
you up.
so. Let's hook me up.
Yeah, so you just want to disappear
Yeah,
from
just
the neck down?
just part of me. Maybe one day I'll put like green on my face. I'll be like,
Oh, we do
"Hey,
have a
put this on
magician
my
here.
face."
Maybe he can make you disappear from the neck down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, now. That's an
just
idea.
joking. Just joking. So real quick, I just want to say hi to some of the people in the chat room. So we have Michelle Mellons, we have Robert White, Kathleen Matuzik, Tom Nally, and Marianne Regan, David Archibald, Carol
Yes.
Taylor, Timothy Bockley, and more are popping in here. And these are just on the two that I see. So we're going from there. Tom Nally actually says magic fraternity. Can you imagine how the hazing there would go?
Was
Yeah.
there hazing?
There's no hazing. There's not really anything like that. So
Okay. Well,
Yeah, but I get it though. I mean, that's why he said it. Because can you imagine?
Yeah.
You know? Oh yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
some kind
Robert,
of sit-ups or something,
I'd be more about disappearing. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, Robert White says to Jenna Grover, "Look, she gets to be on the bottom."
I know, right? I'm the best down here. I'm just kidding. I just lost my stuff, so you guys go on. Sorry.
All right, folks.
Thank
So
you, Robert, for noticing, by the way.
All right. So tonight, folks, if you're just joining us, we are talking with. Oh, she did disappear. She went black. The whole screen went black. All right, so we're talking with River Berry, who is a bubble magician, an alchemist, and a shaman. He is here with us tonight to have some fun. Now, before we go too much farther, did you want to tell people about getting their cards? Is that what you wanted?
So towards the end of the show, so I want everyone to get a pack of playing cards, and once you get your pack of playing cards, what I want you to get is you're going to get ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of clubs. So you're going to pull that out, and then we're going to do something really amazing at the end of the show. So
Yeah. So
get a pack
yeah.
of cards, and then we're gonna get those cards from ace to 8.
I really
Okay,
wish
so-
I would have known to grab I would have done this. God darn it.
Go get him. You got plenty of time. It's towards the end of the show.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm stuck. Like when I don't have a place like you do that it's a nice little setup. I have to literally set up every day.
I wish I could throw you my cards because here, catch.
That would be a great magic trick.
That would be an awesome magic trick, especially since they're camouflage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait a minute, that's
That is
weird.
actually cool. But why can you say
Oh, uh-oh.
You just dropped them?
Oh, yeah. They went behind me.
That's what he said. I'm kidding. That's what he said it.
Oh, the two's missing. All right, so
Live television right here.
that's right.
Mhm.
So, folks, go and get yourself a deck of cards. Get the ace of clubs, 2 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 5 of clubs, 6 of clubs, 6 of clubs, 7 of clubs, 8 of clubs. Get those out, put them in front of you, because we're gonna have some fun with them later. So, please go and do that for us. All right. So let's go back here real quick. LOL, Jenna lost her stuff. Yes, she did. And Donna
I
Carter says she's actually watching us on TV. Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
Yes,
Do we
I
look
love.
fabulous, Donna? I just have to know. Do we look fabulous?
I look fatulous. I look fatulous. You know.
You look
Sorry.
fabulous all the time. What are you talking about?
Oh, stop.
Oh, say it again.
All right, so we are talking with River. So I am just like I just want to get into the magic, but we'll go through a couple other things here with you. Um, so you're into spiritual stuff. Like I wanted to get to this. So like the four pillars, if you want to explain that, the physical, mental, spiritual, and financial is it something you can explain?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the four foundational pillars is physical, mental, emotional, and financial. So all my entire life, I've been trying to focus on balancing of those things. And I noticed that, most people have one or the other. Like it's like that. So somebody could have lots of money, but no emotions, or they're ultra spiritual. You have that people are like, oh, that's loud, but not really here.
Right.
So my mission, my life is to inspire people and try to find that balance of physical, mental, spiritual, financial. So that's what the foundational pillars are. So everything
Cool.
I do, with my magic, I have some cards and stuff like that, but I try to you'll notice tonight, I'm not the cookie cutter magician. I have bubbles, there's water. I don't have any fire right now. But normally in my show, I have fire, I have earth, I earth bend and stuff like that. So I try to do that, and I try to incorporate that also in a daily life. So I kind of do a parallel.
Can I ask
Cool.
a quick question? Now, do you incorporate, say someone who does Reiki will incorporate Reiki into, say, like I make jewelry and I could put Reiki on my jewelry. Do you incorporate what you do into the bubbles and into your creativity and your performance?
Absolutely, absolutely. What
Cool.
people are seeing live on my show is my meditation. And I, whether they think, some people don't know, some on the line are like, wait, this is actually ritual theater. But, to an uninitiated who's person or muggle or whoever like that, they just see my show on a regular thing. They're like, hey, that was a great show.
Mhm.
Did you say muggle?
Yeah, I heard that too.
No, I just
I'm
The
like,
crazy
he's like he said muggle. I'm like, what?
But I tell you what, we all knew what he was talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Common term
Yeah, we're right.
now.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, that's
Now I
very
got
cool.
yeah, I gotta ask, what's the tattoo on your hand right here?
All right, so here's another story. All right, you ready for this?
Yes.
Yep.
So fast forward, I'm now in my 20s. I went from hip hop to ballet to now ballroom. So my cousin,
Ballroom, cool.
Yeah.
so my I don't know, it's my cousin. She was like, "Hey, you're really good. Maybe you should try out for ballroom." I'm like, "All right." So here again, a couple of snails, this and that, and I still didn't actually remember the day. So I go in the studio. There's maybe 30 of us, and I won't say the owner's name, but the owner was very hard, and he had an application. He'd be like, Sally Smith, if she wasn't there, he would throw it or crumple it up.
Very dramatically, I'm
Very
assuming.
dramatic, very dramatic. We're all
Wow, was he a queen?
but he was definitely dramatic. So, but because of the background, to me, I'm pretty much, you could throw a lot at me, and I'm I can take it. So when I was 16 years old, I've always wanted a tattoo, and my friend has the Indian name, and was doing this.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was tattooing somebody else, and I said, "Don't tattoo anybody else. I gotta take my girlfriend home. I'll be right back." So I come back, and he's just fed down on the couch, he's totally tired. I said, "Come on, man, tattoo me." And he's like, "I'm tired." I said, "I don't know. Tattoo 69 on my hand."
Oh no.
Yeah. So now I'm in my 20s. You can't really see it. You can't really see it. But the owner was like, "Okay, get it lasered out or get another tattoo." And at the time, it would cost $4,000 to very small just to get 69 tattooed out, lasered out on my hand. So I got $50 for another crappy tattoo. So a lot of people think it's a butterfly or a spider, but it's actually two people dancing.
Oh, isn't that neat?
Cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Years later, here's the funny story of this. So years later, I actually like go to a person and I can afford to actually get it lasered out. And it says, the thing is, we can get it out, but we can't get blue, purple, or green. And that's what I have in my hand.
Oh, that's ironic.
Kidding.
So
it was meant to be
on my hand. So if you ever get a tattoo, plan for it. Don't put it on your hand.
Well, when you're 17, you're not planning for anything. I think a lot of people got tattoos as soon as they got 18. I have never actually gotten a tattoo. I've never wanted one until recently. But I don't think I'm going to do it.
Jump on the bandwagon. Come on. I got 8 of them. Come on. Jump on the bandwagon.
But I've got a blank canvas. I'm afraid. Here's the thing. When you've got tattoos as a woman and as a man, and if you grow a little, get thinner a little, if you go up and down in your weight, those tattoos go whoo, 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 and pretty soon you've got like a complete wrinkled mess on your hands.
No.
And it doesn't look.
It's not that bad. But like,
it's not that.
Definitely, if you can keep on saying that to you, but
maybe I'm trying to talk myself out of it.
Yeah, I think that.
I think you are.
But if you're going to get your tattoo, just if you have something in your mind, I say like wait a year. And if you still want it a year later, then it has something kind of meaning. Like I have other tattoos on my body, but like they're not like random tattoo like this, but it had a meaning to it.
Yeah. So. Well, and I'm learning Reiki right now. I'm in the process, and Reiki has just been amazing. And that's the only thing that's really gotten me to say, oh my gosh, I might really want to get this, tattoo of this, but enough about me. What about you? Oh my gosh. So after the tattoo, it's Jenna Grover Show. I'm sorry.
Well, we started out with how you got into this. So, my next question is, and you've been doing it for a long time. So now you go out and you get hired at like what type of events? You get hired at all types of events, or
anyone who wants to hire me. So,
okay.
The birthday parties around this time before the COVID-19, it would be festival season. So it would be May, June, July, August was festivals, fairy festivals. I don't do any Renaissance fairs, but so most of it was festivals or corporate clients. So like I do banks, farming association. I've actually done a funeral before.
Wow.
It was actually very unique. They contacted me and there's like, hey, my father passed away and his dying wish was to have a magician. So the first thing I thought, like I say, okay, well maybe he was another magician, because sometimes what we'll do is the magician, when somebody passes away, we'll do a broken wand ceremony where we have a wand and we actually ceremonially break it. So I thought that's what they wanted me to do. But really what it was that he was such enthusiast of magic and that he always entertained his family, whether being an amateur magician or not. So that was so his family understood, like I was there, it wasn't awkward, like, okay, why is this guy here doing magic? This is a solemn time when they already, and he was 92 when he passed away. So, and he was well known author. I actually have one of his books on my shelf.
I love his hair.
Yeah, right?
His name is John Elworth Winter.
Undoing Warrior.
His book. So they gave me a copy of his book, which was really nice. Wow. So so corporate clients, festivals, stage.
Yeah, and he's not that far. He's in Pennsylvania, Jenna.
I used to live in York. I loved it.
So he's not that far. He should come to Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. He would go over great there. I'll have to tell the Berries about that. That would be awesome. So real quick, I want to say in here, Jade is in the house. She is watching. So hello, Jade. Annette
Jade.
Marie, Ruth Ann Hilliard, Grant Gaskin, Pamela Phillips, Gregory Myers, Sage Accord, Brett. Let's see who else. And we've got, so they're all popping in still. They're here. That's good. Nice. I'm loving this. So, all right. We've fast forwarded to that. Actually, how long are your shows?
My show, it really all depends, but
what you're doing. Yeah.
It would be like 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And are you actually going out and finding work, or are they actually calling you? I mean, you've been doing this for so long. I'm assuming that you've kind of gotten a name for yourself.
Well, he's got a website too, which is great. So I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off, River. I'm sorry.
No.
So people can go check him out. Go to his website. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, that reminds me.
Nice.
While we're doing that, check this out.
Is that you?
That is me. That's
Yeah.
Wow.
a few years ago.
To me, he looks like an actor, like somebody I've seen on TV
Yeah.
or something.
I know who you're talking about.
I don't. Yeah, and I can't think of his name, but damn. Hello, Ernie Atwell.
Right away.
Yeah,
Hey, Ernie.
but his hair is beautiful there.
Yeah. Dang, I'm kind of getting jealous.
I am jealous.
But how easy. You can just take a shower and get out of that shower and go.
Yeah.
We've got a blow dry. Well, actually, no, I don't blow dry. Do you blow dry or do you just let it go? I make a great big bun on top of my head, and that's how I get my curls. It's like, oh, wow, curls today. Let me check it out. That's awesome. Sorry, long hair talk.
Yeah, me, it's always just while I'm driving, I stick my head out the window and pant like a dog, so I'm good. My hair dries in like a couple seconds, so I'm good.
I've seen you do it, so.
If I had the window down, because when you have long hair, if you have the window down, it's like.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My head out too, like this.
Have you ever got it caught in the door or the window, and you're like, "Ow!" It's so bad.
Long, so.
Or under your armpit, and it's like, "Gosh, gross," you know. But sorry, okay. It's hard.
Where did that come from?
Long hair gets everywhere. And yeah, it's true. Oh,
I couldn't sleep with long. I had long hair at one point, but not that long. But I had a hard time when I had long hair sleeping because I'd always catch it when I'm rolling over and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it would wake me up. So
I put mine up. I just kind of did it like this, and it's good. So if I have it down, it would be. I'm like, I just.
Well, someone told me a long time ago, as it was a woman, our hair gives off all these oils, and to avoid getting problems with your face, acne and things, you're supposed to put it up on top of the head so it's not rubbing on your face all the time. And I've been doing that since I've heard that, and I still get pimples, but I'm hoping not as many, so hopefully it worked.
Hello, Mike Clark, Lisa Hagedorn, and Christina Wolfanger. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us. Jade says, I can relate to anyone who wants to hire me, she said. So going back to, finding job and work. So yeah, she gets it. That's cool. Now let's kind of talk about bubble magic. Now this is the first I've heard about bubble magic. So what is bubble magic?
Right. So what is bubble magic? So when I first started out, I didn't want to be a person that imitated other magicians. I wanted to be an innovator.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, what can I do that's different than anybody else that not many people were doing at the time? And I said, what if I do bubbles? So I'll just demonstrate a little bit. So, you can I use a little wand. And I took out my computer. And then this is my favorite part. And my chosen favorite part. We've been doing this for a very long time. It's blowing bubbles with my hands.
Oh, no, that's cool.
That's very cool.
I want to do it. Oh, that's so cool. I love bubbles.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it tomorrow.
Bubbles.
Huh?
Oh, man.
So 90% of my show that I do revolves around. I actually have like bubbles all over my laptop. That's funny.
Oh no! So how many? Okay? I'm curious. So have you ever put bubbles within bubbles within bubbles, and how many have you?
Oh, yeah.
What's the best number that you've gotten?
I'll bet you there's a Guinness World Records or something for that too.
There is a lot of records
For that?
And yes, I think I think the Guinness Book of Records, don't quote me on this, I think it's 72 bubbles within a bubble.
Oh my god!
Wow.
It must have been a huge bubble, and then all baby bubbles, right? Like just
Mm.
Yes.
like do you have to like blow?
Elise Steed says, "Awesome, River."
Thank you.
I love that it's a star. That's so cool. You're a star, baby.
Try to get it in.
Oh, for Nate.
Oh, that.
Cool.
Well, Jenna was now transformed back to when she was 8 years old, bouncing on the chair, watching bubbles.
Yes.
That is so neat. I've never gotten to see anybody put that many little bubbles into a big bubble. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, if you're watching, how cool is that?
Yeah, that is very awesome.
Very
I
awesome.
love it. Oh, man. Hello, Eric. Thank you for saying hi to Ted, Jenna, and River. George oh, man, I'm going to screw this last name up. Drembinski. George Drembinski. He says, "We love River."
Aw, that's awesome.
Well, we love him, too, and we just met him, so we're good, too.
We may even love him more than you do, so
Yeah.
road. No, I'm kidding. Right?
There you go. There you go. So you wanted to be the you wanted to be the you wanted to do something that nobody else did. So this is, like you said, 90% of your show. Now, I have to ask, because I know that when we were a kid, there was those bubbles you could get. It was made of a really funky material.
And it stunk like
Oh,
food.
Yeah,
And
it was weird, but it had all the different colors in it. Yeah.
Yeah, you had a little stem and you like blow it.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything with those?
No. Even when I was a kid, I did not like this.
Did you ever do anything with the bubbles that you could actually put on gloves and play with? I actually played with bubbles. I got that. I think I got a couple of them and I played with bubbles.
Eric Harrison.
That's an actually nice trick that you can do. You can have like a little bubble here.
As he whistles, like I'm doing this every day, holding bubbles.
Okay.
Of course, then again, yeah. So is that just a regular glove, or is that something?
It's a regular glove that you can do. You can use.
And you don't use, when you wash those gloves, you don't use any fabric, just fabric softener, right? I thought I heard that.
Regular. I just wash it regularly.
Oh, okay. I thought you're supposed to not put any fabric softener.
He's got like cat and hat gloves there. That's what that sort of looked like to me.
I
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool.
While you're doing that, what's your favorite trick? What's your favorite bubble trick?
My favorite, which again, not a lot of people do this. It sometimes is. It's fun to see the reaction. I have to go set up.
It doesn't take much to entertain me, so he's got me at bubbles. He had me at bubbles.
Well, while he's doing that,
Oh. Almost weird. It's almost scaring me a little. I've never seen anybody do bubbles out of their mouth.
So, my daughter, it was bath time, and she was in there, and I wanted to entertain her and stuff like that. And I had Johnson & Johnson at the time, and I was like, I wonder if I could do it from my mouth. And I started doing it. So every single time my daughter was like, had bath time, she's like, more bubbles, more bubbles, more bubbles, more bubbles. And I couldn't do any regular. I couldn't just like blow bubbles like this. I had to do it from my mouth. So,
So, what are you using? Edible soap, or is that just Dawn?
No,
I've tasted Dawn, and
it's not edible. It's definitely not edible.
Okay.
Eric Harrison asked, "Do you make your own solution, River, or do you buy it?"
I make my own solution.
Okay.
Do you share the recipe with anybody on your website, or do you keep that a secret?
Come on, that's a secret.
Darn baked bean recipe.
It is, but the basic components is water, dish soap, and glycerin.
glycerin, that helps it stay together, right?
Yes. And so other people have other methods like that, but that's like the basic. So if anybody might ask me what that is, what's the formula? I don't ever share my formula like that, but I just said, this is what it is. There's a lot of formulas online. You can go, bubble formula and look it up, stuff like that. But mine is actually special because I have to have it stay longer. And so the glycerin, actually, that's the secret. That actually helps the bubble encase it.
That's cool.
So what happens is, like, a bubbles is actually, it's kind of like has the same components as humans. Like, we're like, 70%, 80% water.
Mm-hmm.
We have, carbon dioxide, oxygen, hydrogen, like that. So when you blow a bubble, the reason why it's so weird like this is because it's trying to find that balance between the hydrogen. And then, so normal store-bought bubbles, I think I had some.
And he has some.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, shoot.
So it's very watered down. So when you blow it, nobody really knows. And it's like, oh, look, there's bubbles. So me as a performer, I had to have it make it last longer. So the glycerin actually encases that bubble so it doesn't evaporate.
Very cool. That makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can put glycerin in food too.
Yeah, or you can put it on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like moisturizer.
I don't think I'd do that.
Ever.
Just don't eat it.
Yeah.
Don't lick your fingers after putting it on.
No thanks. No thanks. I've got no. It ain't happening over here.
Well, you never know. In my life, there's always room for something odd. So.
You mean me?
Yes, you're my oddity, and I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
So awesome.
All right, guys. So we're gonna pop this up here again so that you guys can go over and check out his website. This is awesome so far. He's been showing us some really cool bubble things. I didn't think I'd get into bubbles. I'm into bubbles.
I forgot I was into bubbles. I really did until you started doing those little bubble tricks. I thought, my God, it really got me excited when I saw those little bubbles inside the big one. So for real, I've never seen that done.
Okay, so now I've seen things like smoke and bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What can you put in a bubble, if you don't mind me asking? What are you able to put into bubbles?
What in bubbles? You can put a lot of things in bubbles. I mean, as long as it's coated in the bubble solution.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the secret kind of thing to put something in there. If you can do smoke bubbles.
Can you do dye or anything like that?
No, the thing is, they tried that. They tried doing smoke bubbles. I mean, not dye bubbles, and because you got the different colors, but then it got everywhere. Like it was.
Oh.
I never thought about that.
So I don't even know.
I didn't even.
I think it was called. I want to say Zoobles. It was actually what the brand was called, and it just never stopped. So I was, like, oh my God, I wanted to try it, but they did field test of it, and people were.
Okay.
And you can't do it. There's now like somebody will do the art, where they'll do food coloring in it and blow bubbles, and then you have the different, like it will drop it into the thing. So that's a new thing. I've seen a couple people doing paintings like that.
That would be cool.
Wow.
I do have kind of a gross question. Have you ever heard of anybody tooting? Tooting, I don't like that word. I really don't like that word, the F word. I really don't.
Never been asked that question, so.
Well, I'm sorry, but I have to ask because people do weird things all the time.
Smells that come out of bubbles would have been a better answer, or a better question.
They do
Right.
have like a fart smell to it.
They
do.
They do?
Bubbles. We tried. My
Wow.
daughter tried the edible bubbles, and it was like some kind of like cotton candy or something like that. It was horrible.
Oh, see, cotton candy. That would be awesome.
Oh, I love cotton candy. I've got the
Oh, wow.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh, it looks like a.
Yeah, it looks like a.
That is so flippin' cool. It
Oh,
looked like
wow.
a flippin' balloon.
It did. It looked like a balloon.
Yeah. I wish my screen could be bigger so I could just have him up there so I could see everything he's doing.
Well, we can do that here.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
That's awesome. Now,
All you have to do is ask.
Don't say that. Then I'll be asking you lots of things.
Okay, so we're gonna let him just do a couple things if he wants them. We got the screen. We can do this any.
Oh, that's so freaking cool. Excuse my language.
Oh, look at.
Oh, that is so neat. So, can you stick your finger in a bubble and make it be a two separate bubbles?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just with one finger?
Oh, with one finger?
Yeah.
I
Say you're good. So just,
skill.
huh?
But with one finger.
Oh, look at that. See, how many people really, I mean, you know a lot about this. How many people are out there doing this? Do you know?
There is a lot more people doing it now than when I first started. When I first started, I actually personally didn't know anybody. There was actually one person I knew, and it's kind of like, to me, it's like the godfather of bubbles, which is, his name is Tom Nody. So you've probably seen videos of him. He's got long hair, and he does this thing, and he's been doing it forever. And he was the only person I knew at the time. And then later on, I'd met like a couple other people. Some of them were not even magicians at all. But it's actually a little bit more common now before, because when I first started, because I was like, oh, I'm a bubble magician, it was something that I had. Like, it wasn't just a magician. You're like, oh, well, that sounds really cool. And now, I mean, there's been times where I would have a gig and there'd be another person there, and you're like, oh, well, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I'm a bubble artist, and I'm a magician. You're like, well, we already have somebody else. And sometimes it's my friends, sometimes it's my competition. So, but most of the time we're all kind of, we're friendly, we're family, so we kind of stick with
That's cool. I just want to read this real quick. Eric says you can be a bubble magician by eating these magical fruits and laying in the bathtub full of water.
Bubble magician. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Ooh, now that would be gas in a bubble. Actually, that's true. There can be gas in a bubble. Oh.
And I put that so that we could see him. I put it up on the big screen, and Robert White puts, now we can see what books he reads.
Oh, no.
You snooper, Robert. He's a snoop. He was word police earlier today. He was giving me hell on Facebook saying I spelt words wrong. I have fat hands. I'm trying to do it on a little phone. I can't, I put periods and commas where they don't belong, but it's not on purpose. It's like, damn word police. That's what I call them today.
They do. They change everything. I tried to swear on my phone because I got a new phone, guys. And I tried to swear on it, and I said, damn. And it replaced my damn with darn. And I thought, okay, I'm okay with this because I really don't swear that much. So I'm okay with it. But if I'm seriously angry, I want to swear, let me swear. Don't change it to darn. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, that's funny. Oh, okay. So Robert just sent a smiling face. That's nice, Robert. Thank you.
So, River, I do have a question for you. You've got a lot of books back there. Now, are a lot of those books on bubble making, or are those more in your religious area and self-help?
There's maybe one book on bubbles, but it's only like one page. It's like more sciencey.
Oh, very cool.
So on this side, it's all like financial. So again, like here we're going back to the 4 pillars. So this side is all, the top one is financial.
Okay.
The next one is mental or emotional. These two on this side is spiritual. And then the rest of it is all kind of random books of different things that I've collected like that. So this is really only spiritual one.
Very cool. So that's almost like an altar to someone who's got a different religion, right? Like you've got your altar of books.
My altar of books, yeah.
Yes.
There you go, Robert.
Stuff like there's a lot of philosophy in that industry.
See, that's very cool. I'm pretty impressed by your intelligence too, to be honest with you. I mean, you do seem like a very intelligent person, and that's very respectable. So sorry, Ted. I keep talking.
No, you're fine. That's why I brought you on here.
Oh, okay. Then I'll continue if you have to twist my arm. Right now. I'm kidding.
Robert, no, I'm trying to figure out what Robert's talking about. He says, favor outs. I don't know what favor outs means, Robert. Favor outs musicians might be Michael Bubbles or Bublé, or
Michael
however he
Bublé.
spells it. Yeah, so I'm not sure where his humor's going tonight.
Michael Bublé.
Maybe.
Okay.
Robert's the comedian in the group, so he's normally got stuff going. So I'm guessing that's what it's all about. So
I
but
have to
that's
say,
okay.
the word bubbles, every time it has come up tonight, the first thing I think of is Trailer Park Boys. Now, if you've never watched Trailer Park Boys, I'm sorry. I have had to endure this show. Like, we watch it all the time. And this one of the characters on there his name is Bubbles, and he's got these thick glasses. So every time we say Bubbles, I'm just like kind of sidetracked. I keep thinking of him. So
It's funny that you bring that up because sometimes, like, have like, I love like sending gifts, the GIF, the gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, Bubbles, right? And he always pops up all the time. I'm like, I don't like
Bubbles from Trailer Park. Oh, that's nice.
It's like,
oh no! You're like, no! It's a nightmare. Wrong Bubbles.
So, actually, Robert Weiss says the first thing I think of is Michael Jackson's Monkey.
Oh yeah.
Was his name Bubbles?
Bubbles? Yeah.
I think so. I think it was Bubbles. Yeah. So, what is the most interesting thing you've done with a bubble?
There you go.
All right. So, this right here, this is like the miniature version of my bubbles, and sometimes I've done it. So, I'm going to tell you 2 stories of this, and then I'll show you what happens.
Okay.
So, one time I was at a festival, and it was outside, and I asked for volunteers, little girls. So normally I pick a little girl or something like that, and or whoever, like, raises their hand. And I said, "Do you have a wish in mind?" She said, "Yes." And I think of it. She goes, like this. She thought, and so it's totally coincidence. A gust of wind comes in, starts blowing down people's vendor stands. People's products are falling over, and I'm going, simmer down, simmer down.
Oh no!
And everyone's laughing because obviously that was not her, but
yes, I wonder if she really thought it was her. Like, did I do that? Am I powerful?
yes. So that's one of my favorite stories with this.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then the
That's
second
cute.
story was actually a housing forum. It was in Pennsylvania, and I was doing walk around magic stuff like that for this housing forum, and I walked up to this elderly lady, and I was like, would you like to see magic tricks? She's like, sure. I said, do you have a wish of mine? She goes, I wish to get my house back. And I was like, wow. So I'm thinking in my mind going, oh, anything I do, like, it's not going to, like,
yeah.
this is horrible. So this is what I did. So I did this. And here's the story. And I can't make this up. Her name was Dorothy. Of all time, her name is Dorothy at a housing forum.
Wow.
Okay, Dorothy, here's the think of your wish. That was a done. And right here, see that right there?
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, that's
Turn it into one solid bubble. And so I gave it to Dorothy, and I said, here, Dorothy, here's your wish. I hope you get your house back. If not, you get something better. So here's and now the story doesn't end yet. So I'm in Harrisburg. It's actually a couple of years later. I'm in Harrisburg walking down the street, and what do you know? I actually run into Dorothy, of all people. And she still had the wish, and she said, you know what? I got my house back.
Oh,
Oh, that's
how
awesome.
That's
special.
why I do magic, because magic is real. It actually, produces miracles. So even though I did something so simple and I made it solid, she carried it on in her and thought, those thoughts of getting her house back in some different way, and she eventually got her house back.
Somebody gave me marbles saying, I found your marbles, She told me to get, and I thought, no, you didn't. I lost them. They're gone. So, but I love the idea of giving that marble as something special because it really does affect you, just like the marbles that were given to me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember everything about the person who gave them to me. I remember the whole situation and the circumstance. So I think it's awesome that you do that for people. It just seems like you're out to
Yeah.
help people. That is a great, great thing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Eric says good night. He has to go back to work. So good night,
night,
Eric.
Eric.
Thank you for popping in, buddy. We appreciate you coming in for that little bit. Thank you so much. Robert White says, makes me think of Labyrinth when David Bowie made the crystal balls from bubbles.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love the baby. Do, 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 do. I love that. I love that movie. Do, do, do. Oh yeah. Sorry, I love that movie. Like freaking love. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm just teasing. But really, the movie, if you have not seen this movie, I've seen it like 60 times. Watch it twice, watch it 3 times. It gets better every time. And it has morals. Have you noticed that it really has morals?
Mm-hmm.
Love things with morals in it.
Yeah. All right, so we've talked about the most interesting thing. So I don't know. I mean, it's cool with bubbles, but there's got to be something that is so cool, like so awesome, so like nobody's does that you do. I mean, there isn't a lot of people that do bubbles, so that's the first thing. But what is it that sets you apart?
Ooh, yeah. What can you do that no one else can?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, people can do bubbles. Even doing the top bubbles. So, I don't think there's anything there. I really had to think about that. Like, I would never think, like, what is there something I can do that other people can't?
I don't know if it's possible, but I just thought of something really cool. If you could make it happen, it would be awesome.
What's that?
A pyramid of bubbles.
Ooh.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
That would be neat to see.
I mean, I was thinking like something you could put on a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just do a pyramid of bubbles. That would be freaking awesome.
But you know what? They'd have to be made of something amazing to be able to stand. I mean, to be able to stand the layers, without going falling on top of each other.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong on that? Would that be too hard making? Like, wouldn't they fall onto each other?
It's surface tension. It's going to, when it connects to another bubble, it's going to connect. So you could, make a pyramid of bubbles of it, and especially if you added smoke to it and stuff like that, you can add like that and it connects to it. So the smoke would actually be the kind of the cement.
See, when we're done, he's going to go, that bastard. That bastard.
No.
You put me on the spot.
It's like that. I can't do that, and I don't have a clue. So
No, you're good. I was just thinking outside the box.
Yes, that darn gone box.
I was thinking outside the bubble.
Are you guys hungry? So
I am.
I have an Oreo. So if you take off the white part of it, watch.
Okay. What?
What?
Do that one more time.
I just ate it.
I know. I just kidding. I'm just kidding. Is that too much? Oh, I love your water jug too. I have one of those too. It's just so nice. Those nice big ones.
Yeah, so I got these because my daughter, she had.
I got a big cup. I just have a big cup.
Your daughter, what? I'm so sorry. We were comparing sizes.
My daughter, last year was diagnosed with leukemia. So when we go to the hospital, if we stay overnight, they give us these nice mugs.
Oh.
Well, actually, they give her the nice mug and nice gift.
Oh, and what is? I think I missed. What is she going
She
to
has
have?
leukemia.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yes, ALL, which is there's two types of leukemia. There's AML and ALL. So
Okay.
she has what they say is the best type that she can get.
Oh,
So
good.
she can
Okay.
have, and there's B cells and T cells. So she has B cells and ALL, and so she has to go through the treatment, and her treatment is for 2 years. So her last treatment is on March 5th, 2021. So we've been doing that.
Wow. That's a year away. I mean, less than a year away. That's wonderful. Well, definitely good thoughts are going out to you. Hopefully everybody out there will think good thoughts too. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
yeah, push some
Yeah.
positivity you guys' way.
Yeah. Okay, so what else are we gonna do with bubbles?
All right.
Okay.
Well, I want to teach you a magic trick with cards.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if somebody asks me to do a magic trick, I teach a magic trick. This is what I teach them. And this was actually taught to me by a muggle, non-magic person.
Okay.
There's that word again.
I know. I love it. It's like another language. I understand.
So what
I
you
see.
do is you get 4 of a kind. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be aces like that. 4 of a kind. And you're going to put red, black, right behind each other. Right. Red, black. Right. So they're facing out. They're back to back. Right. So watch this. So I have the black cards.
Oh, that's cool.
Watch it again. So it switches. It's super fast.
I like it.
So this is what happens. So as I come up like this, I'm actually gripping the cards as one. So I'll do it in slow motion.
Oh, I'm doing slow motion.
Uh.
Oh, that was so stupid. Ooh. Yeah, all of a sudden people are like, are they doing slow motion? That is so cool. Actually look like you're in slow motion.
That was awesome.
So then you just kind of like, all you do is if you can grip the cards like this and turn it over like that, then you have like this really cool party trick to do.
You are very good at that. That's sleight of hand. Boy, oh boy.
I love it. Elise Steed in here, she goes, muggle, and smiles. Hello,
Yeah.
Nick. Thank you for joining the party, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Oh, man. Okay, so you've learned, and you've mastered the bubble thing, right?
Right.
Okay, so other magic that you're doing other than the bubbles, like you just showed us, is there, like, if you've mastered this side, do you just now work on the other stuff as well to try and get more magical, to incorporate more, or
like if I just did that, then I would just be a bubble artist, right? So
okay.
there is bubble artists. That's all they do. They don't do anything other magic like that. So early on when I was first forming, and especially outside, I realized that if I did outside, now obviously depending on the weather, if it's hot, if it's windy, like
the bubbles are going somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. So I needed something else in order to do my show. So what I would do is I would do magic. If it was outside in a festival, I would do magic, and at the end I would do bubbles, right? And it didn't matter if I was blowing bubbles like that. I'd be like, oh, that looks great, stuff like that. So anything with my stage work, like making it solid, making it disappear, making it reappear like that. Like it's very difficult to do that outside. So I would open up with this, like for example, I normally would do this with music. So I have 3 size rope, right? And this is the first time I've ever done this talking, okay? Normally I do this with music. But I have a medium size rope, right? I have a small size rope. And watch, very careful. Put that there. So again, we have a big one, a small one, and a medium size one. And watch. All size.
Wow.
Very cool. There's probably a lot of kids that wish they could actually stay up and watch this show. This is actually really cool. My nephew, my great nephew, loves magic. Oh,
Well, I think it's going to be a
really loved it.
replay, right? You can replay this later on.
Oh gosh, yeah, but I don't know if I swore or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1.
Cool.
That is really cool. So you turn 1 into 3. 1 rope into 3. Uh-oh. Was that supposed to happen? Oh, that is cool.
We got back again. We have 3 sides, same rope. Ta-da!
Wow.
Very
cool.
cool. Are there any tricks that you are looking forward to doing, or are you keeping that a secret?
There is, because of the COVID-19,
Oh yeah.
that changed the magic world literally overnight.
Right.
So no longer can we sit there and say, hey, pick a card. No longer can we say, can I borrow a dollar bill, right? So, and with the internet, like what we're doing right now, and like the live and Zoom and stuff like that. So there is something in the works that I am working on. I don't want to say anywhere else like that, but there is something very, very cool in the works that I can perform not only live stream, but actually in person.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When you do this, would there
I was
be
thinking the
any
same
way
thing.
that you could come out on maybe Ted's show?
Absolutely.
Yay!
I love
Cool.
Cool.
So his show is going to be the first one to see this happening, right? He's like, no, who do you think you are? I just met you, fool.
I got to read this because Chanel and Robert White are going back and forth in here. Chanel says, I'm a muggle with a degree in bullshit. Robert White says, nah, your Hogwarts letter got lost in the owl. I don't know how it got lost in the owl. Yeah. No longer can you do sleight of hand with people's watches. So, yeah, I guess you can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Somebody who's a professional pickpocket, and that's what their job is, to actually touch people. Like that is very difficult. I've never done any pickpocket. I've always wanted to do it, and to me, like I feel like pickpocketing is like the ultimate sleight. If you can like steal a watch, a belt, somebody's tie, and not them knowing, and it's totally real, like that's good as them.
I'm sorry, but if anybody stuck their hand, if I caught somebody with their hand in my purse or my pocket, I don't care. I'd feel that, and I would break their wrist. I'm sorry, but as a woman, you don't put your hands on us without our permission. But are you talking? I mean, I understand what you're talking about. These magicians that do the sleight of hand, grabbing the whatever from the person. But man, I'm not going to volunteer for that.
Right.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Right. But again, like these people are going to that show, so it's not somebody on the streets and going, okay, well, let me what's this?
That's
I mean,
true.
somebody's on the show, they know he or she's a professional pickpocket. Like they know they're going to go on stage. So,
I guess I was thinking about them doing it on like just the street with a video camera. You know how they set those things up? Yeah, I see a lot of cool things in my head. I wish I could tell you guys everything, but.
Chanel and Robert, I don't know what you two were talking about in there, but Chanel's comment, my crystal ball says that you are naughty and need a spanking. That's terrible.
So they can get in a private chat though, right?
Yeah, they could, but I gotta know. It's like, what do you think about like America's Got Talent with all the magicians and all that stuff that get on there? I mean, I love watching that stuff.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, it's a trickle down effect. So like, I mean, I have had 2 friends actually on that show, and one won twice, the regular and champion, and then the other one went all the way to the semifinals. So, and then Matt Blanco, he was one of the contestants that won.
Yeah.
He's part of we have like a mystery school in Las Vegas that my teacher is the head of it, and he teaches. So we're actually part of the same school.
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
I like the one, there's I don't remember her name, but she came out, I think she was Japanese or Chinese or something, maybe off base.
Yes.
She was come out with the dark hair, and she was like oh my God, she was like a horror magician. I mean, she was doing things with like
Goth.
paranormal stuff, goth paranormal. I mean, it was amazing,
I love it.
amazing.
Come on, please win, because all her stuff was like people super creepy, and if you were like, I'm like, oh.
I loved it. I loved every ounce of it. In fact, she scared the judges all to hell. It was so funny, it was great. So, but there are so many different types of magicians out there, and like I was telling River, in the chat room before we went live, my buddy John Torgiano was a magician, and he did the sleight of hand stuff. He would like between his hands, he could have something flying between his hands. Um, he would take a stir stick or a small straw, and he would inhale it, and it would be gone. Um, in fact, he did that trick once, and when he inhaled it, it didn't disappear. It actually went in his nose, and he bled all over the place. But that's because we were drinking at the bar. That was my mistake. But John, I'm thinking about you. He just passed like a week ago from cancer, and so to me, this is kind of like a remembrance thing for me. So I appreciate you being here, River, and doing this. This is kind of like keeping it alive for me, for him.
Thank you.
That's cool.
I appreciate that.
Let's see. Yeah, Jade says that she is spooky. She is spooky, but that girl, she was awesome. Did she win or did she lose?
She did not. Yeah, she did not make it all the way to the finals.
That's too bad because she was awesome.
She made it pretty far, but I don't really like. I mean, I only see like bits and pieces because I don't like actually watch television. So if it's on YouTube or Facebook,
Right.
But she was on a couple of shows. I think it was like an Asian's Got Talent, and that started there, and then she, is hitting the circuit of like the other Got Talent.
Yeah. She was awesome. Secret Rihanna. Yeah, she was awesome.
It's
But-
nice that they're not only accepting talented singers and things like that. They're actually getting people who are pole dancing, and not in a sexual way, but in a completely amazing, talented way. These people
Well,
are getting
America's
out there
Got
doing-
Talent is just an awesome thing, and it's uplifting, and it's a positive thing. It shows the people's talents. It really gives all of us that push that we need to be who we are and to do things that we love to do, and it's just very cool. I love watching it. So
I agree. Hey, speaking of, do you guys remember the old show? What was it where they had actors and singers, and it was like, do you remember what it is?
Star Search.
Yes, Star Search. That was my dream. I wanted to be an actress, and I wanted to be on Star Search.
Me too.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, we totally would have probably gotten an.
They're like,
Oh.
I mean, my parents, they didn't like. I mean, like my parents, this is the funny thing. My parents, I mean, they're supportive, but they've only seen me do one show my entire career,
Really?
and which was really funny. So, and it was at a show. It was local stuff like that. They were there, and I do this bit with eggs sometimes in my show, where I have like egg roulette. You ever heard of egg roulette? Where you have like basically you have like a 12 eggs, but 4 are hard boiled, the rest are raw.
So
So
you can
typically,
see where that's going.
yeah. So I typically pick a woman, because she gets her hair, and I said okay, and I pick it out. So it's this funny kind of thing. So, but then I said okay, so I have like 11 eggs, right? She picks one, and I go like this, right? But then I actually like trip, and all the eggs like normally just go into the stage, and they're not real eggs. But this time it actually went beyond the stage and towards my parents.
Oh,
And
the
so
only show they
like in slow motion, it was like
Oh, no.
one of the eggs just goes into my mom's drink. Like that.
I have to know, was it hard boiled? Hopefully.
No, they were blown out eggs. So
Oh, they were blown
Oh.
out. I thought you said there was 4 hard boiled and 4 regular.
yeah, so I'm kind of giving you the thing.
The secret. Yeah, the secret.
Even a little
Oh,
secret like that. But yeah, so like, but the audience thinks it is. So like one of the eggs is raw, and then the person
Yeah.
ends up actually getting the hard-boiled egg, and
I see.
I put it on top of my head, and obviously it's a hard-boiled egg. So
Very good. Do you ever like do anything with horror? You know, like around Halloween, do you do like horror magic and
What
I
is there for horror magic, though? I mean, other than
all
sacred.
you,
yeah.
oh my gosh, well all you have to do is dress up and be very goth and very it's all about
I
you
used
know
to have a character that I developed that was like a skeleton but was reversed, and he had a top hat, and he had like long black hair,
oh.
and we're going again like 20 years ago. So I was like, when I first started in magic, it was like I feel like there's when you as a magician you kind of evolve at different things. So in the beginning I was like very freaky. I was like I did like poison roulette, and I had like a tarantula, and I was like, and I had like I went to Haiti. So this is a true story. I went to Haiti, and which is one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. And like Haiti was like that experience. I was there for two weeks. An anthropologist at the time was a good researcher. So I mean, obviously, I have all these books. So I knew a vast knowledge of like, Wicca and all these different religions. And so he was doing this thesis on Asian people and their culture. And he said, "Do you want to go?" I said, "Absolutely." On voodoo. So I went over there, this and that, and saw like a voodoo ceremony, which was really awesome. So anyways, when you go there, above my hotel door was a tarantula. And I was like to the anthropologist, I can't sleep. There's a tarantula. And he's like, "No,
It was real?
Yeah, it was real."
Oh, I thought maybe it was one of your fake ones.
No.
Okay.
Right. Anyways, you didn't have to worry about the banana spider. I mean, the tarantula. What you had to worry about was the banana spiders, which is one of the most poisonous spiders in the world.
I thought tarantulas were tarantulas were on bananas, like
there's a banana spider like this big, and they have like little stripes on it.
picture. Oh,
yeah. So and here's the story continues. So I'm in the hotel room, which was basically used to be a brothel, right? But obviously that was not going on when we were there.
I hope not.
And, I go into the bathroom, and right on the toilet seat is a banana spider.
Oh. No bananas in sight, so those
Yeah,
suckers
no,
are just
no.
everywhere.
And so the thing is, if that bit me or would bite you, like we were miles upon miles upon miles upon miles of that. So I created this. I would tell that story, and I would do like the Russian roulette of like the poison, and I had a tarantula, which is not poisonous, and so
Right.
it would freak people out, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tarantulas are
That's
scary, though. I mean, like when they have the bananas, they really do. Down in Mexico, those suckers are all over. They would say, be careful when you're getting bananas. Make sure that there's no tarantulas and spiders in there because.
Well, I actually raised tarantulas. I used to raise pink-toed tarantulas and then rose tarantulas. So yeah, I used to raise them.
Look at
Here's the
you!
thing.
I didn't know that.
I mean, as long as you have like the right habitat and this and that, you're not like not reaching down, like if it's open like that, they're super friendly. So
Yeah, I used to raise them. I loved them. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I want a bird tarantula, but they're so freaking big. They're the size of a plate. They're like huge.
Don't get one of those. That's scary. I'm sorry, but as big as a plate? So, okay, now I need to know, how long ago did you do this, and do you have any?
Tarantulas? No, I don't have tarantulas. No, this was, again, like, I'll say 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it evolved. Like, I was like the creepy, bizarre kind of thing, and then I was the corporate, like I had like short hair, clean shaven, suit. I mean, I still put a suit jacket on.
Can you put your face up to the camera so I can imagine what you look like with short hair? Oh yeah, I could see corporate guy in there. Okay, I see it. Thank you. Do I look like a corporate woman?
Do I like a corporate?
No.
I don't?
No, you do. You do. Yeah.
Thank you. You're just being kind. Ted's being honest. Actually, I used to be a businesswoman, so.
But would you want me any other way?
No. I like honesty. Just don't
Thank
be
you.
cruel.
I'm not cruel.
No,
I'm not
you've
cruel.
never been. But that's my
That's
rule.
right. There you go.
Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Sorry, I can't stop it. It's a freaking habit.
So what else you got hiding there? Do you have something else you want to do?
Yeah, I have a lot. I didn't know how long we were going to be, so
Hey, I mean, I want to put our thing up again. So guys, make sure that you get your cards. We'll talk about this one more time. So actually, I put in there. It says, "Peeps in the chat, get a deck of cards. Pull out the club. Pull out the clubs. You want the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7th, and the 8th. We are all going to be involved in something magical. I don't know if it is or not, but I put that anyways.
it is. That's how it starts.
It is.
It's in there. It starts here, right?
Everything
Okay.
starts there. Good times start there. It's all you got to do it yourself.
Okay, so here we go. We have a little scarf here. We have tied in a knot. And watch.
Okay.
So we slip down.
Okay. What?
Now keep it up here. And tie in knots. Magic. Watch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ah.
Ah.
Everybody.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ah.
Yeah, this is not sounding like, this definitely sounds like an after 10 o'clock show right now.
And the people who
That
are
is pretty
drinking,
cool.
the people who are drinking are like on, what is going on?
Right? Well, yeah, that's
This
another
is the
thing.
best time to work on any new material because no one will remember.
Right? Well, do you ever get heckled? By,
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely have been
so what happens if someone's heckling you over your magic?
I
He makes them disappear.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
I put a hole in.
I've got a hole in you.
No, so it's just like
That's pretty neat.
with anybody else, you know, you just kind of roll with the punches and you just kind of move on. You don't. A heckler wants attention.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's what they want. You give them attention, they're going to do more. So most of the time, you just kind of ignore them. But there's been some people that I performed, you know, all types of people. There's been, I'm into one, and the beginning, you know, in my career was.
We have
yes,
our cards. Ooh, ah.
Ooh, they're all doing it. Oh, ah.
Oh, that's so special.
That's awesome.
So there was like one person that was actually at a fire hall, and it was a friend of mine who's doing a DJ, and he asked me to, you know, perform magic. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm doing some, it's like card magic. It's like, and there's a woman there. She's like, I don't like magic. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, it's the work of the devil.
What?
And I'm like, I hate to tell you this. If it was the work of the devil, I wouldn't be working at a fire hall.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so but you have those people that, you know, some people who they enjoy magic. Actually, one time I met a person who was afraid of magic.
Oh.
Afraid, like
Were they from America? I'm just curious.
Yes, they were. They were,
Okay.
and like, and it was, and unfortunately, it was a clown.
A clown?
A clown. It was a clown performing magic, and they're not only afraid of clowns, but also afraid of magic. So when she saw like a pack of playing cards, like literally it's like level 10, she ran the other way. And
Oh, the poor woman. She.
And I was like, oh, I won't do any magic. I talked to her, like, you know, like, how are you? Where are you from? Kind of thing. I don't have to do any magic, you know, to get to know you. And so.
That's
What is
very
it?
cool.
That's clarophobia or oh shit? What's that called?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. But
I
you know,
do
I
what
bet
it
you
is.
deal,
It's a fear, but yeah.
I bet you have to deal with a lot of people. Do you deal with a lot of people that come up to you, maybe starting to ask about bubbles and maybe going into personal things? Like, do they kind of see you as a beacon of, I can talk
Only
to
you,
this
Jenna.
guy?
Only you, Jenna.
Is it just me?
Do you want to be involved?
Weird.
Is that what
God, if you want his phone number, ask Jesus.
Yes. We'll be talking later. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I actually have students. So some people will actually, I have adult students, I have kid students. I teach them all type of magic. I've actually had a student that later on has a career as a bubble artist and stuff like that. And so yes, that does happen. People come up and it's a normal conversation like we're having right now. They're like, okay, do you teach magic? Do you teach the bubbles? And it's more the magic than the bubbles.
Yeah, I bet. I just thought, with people and memories, and you start feeling that nostalgic feeling, and I thought, boy, I wonder if it just brings back memories and things. So,
Actually, Robert White said it's the fear of magic is rhabdophobia.
Oh.
Rhabdophobia.
I wonder where that stems.
I don't know.
Anxieties in themselves are just terrible, and I feel for people who have them because I've had them before.
I'm on medication for
Scary.
anxiety. I'm
Yeah.
on medication for it. Yeah.
I swear there's so many people on medication, and I don't see a problem with it. I think, if you're out there and you're feeling like you just can't take it anymore, go talk to your doctor, get on some medication, do something to better yourself. Because if you don't,
I tell people all the time it's my happy pill.
yes, happy pill. I've got my happy pills. I won't tell you what they are. No, I'm kidding.
He's got his books. He's got all that stuff. He's got.
Bubbles,
He's got his bubbles.
Bubbles and rock balancing. That's my happy place.
Nice.
See, and all I can think of is that movie, Finding Nemo, when he gets caught in that little tank, and that what was it? That wasn't the octopus. Something was down there going, bubbles.
Yeah,
bubbles, I love bubbles.
The yellow fish was like
The yellow fish. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
My favorite scene in the scene was like when they were doing the initiation. It's like ooh ah 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 ooh ah 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 ooh.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is so fun.
God,
Kids
we've
movies
covered
are
every
the best.
topic out there tonight, I think, almost.
Except one, and I'll tell you that after the show.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
idea for another show for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, awesome. I was just thinking about this. See, we have Buddy the Bigfoot here in New York. Actually, he's in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Now, Buddy the Bigfoot is now become a sort of a celebrity. And basically, we created him last year. We put this gentleman in a Bigfoot costume, and we gave him a shirt that said "Free Hugs." And we've been using them to like communicate with the kids about wildlife and like Bigfoot and just things about nature. Like we just posted some stuff about him learning how to mow, learning how to fish, working on the farm and all that other stuff. So Buddy's been busy, but I think it'd be cool to have Buddy learn how to do some bubble magic. I think that would be cool.
That'd be fun.
That would be neat. Have you ever
And
thought about?
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, have you ever thought about moving from bubbles to maybe balloons? Like the balloon animals and stuff. Do you know how to do anything? Oh, does he know?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shut the front door. Oh my God.
It doesn't take a lot to entertain me. I'm a kid at heart.
Okay. So this is a routine that I haven't done for a long time.
Okay.
And I'll just maybe do like a little bit of it. But it was a routine that I had involved in bubbles. I'm not gonna do that. But I'll do something with one of these bubbles. I mean,
Okay.
balloons.
The rubber bubbles. Bubbles.
Rubber baby bubbles.
We'll have like a little cut there. Let's see.
Oh, he's making cuts all over.
So I did this app was called Balloon Torture. And it was actually inspired by my friend Mike Snyder. Actually, he passed away of cancer as well. So he was actually inspired this act. So this is part of this. But I go like this, watch.
What?
That's pretty cool.
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty cool. I still want to.
That's
I would
awesome.
still want to see you make an animal with that long balloon. I'm sorry, but I really want it.
You want to go in an animal? All right, I'll give you
Yes.
Jenna.
I
Now
know
he's
it's
never going to
painful.
come on the show again because you're making him do stuff.
Well, that sounds crazy. He wants to do it. Oh, I told you he wants to. Okay.
Oh.
Oh my, that's so neat. Thank you for doing it. I didn't mean to pressure you, but thank you.
No, it's fine. So it's actually funny because in my I'm not going to do it now, but back in the day when I was doing the freaky stuff, I used to swallow the balloon.
Not
Yeah.
for real.
No.
Yeah.
Like you put it on the side of your mouth.
No, it was going in there. But
For real?
yeah, and it was funny because there was the one of the gigs I had was actually at a gay club. So I was going like this, and the guy were like, "Yeah, do it."
Oh no! Do it! Go!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Robert, he is so bad. Robert is bad, just so everybody knows. Robert says he made it so big with just a few jerks. And he's a straight guy from Australia, so give me a break. He's funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is funny.
Hey, at least you got people from Australia watching you right now. So.
And you know what I'll do? I'll actually, once I make this for you, I'll send it to you in the mail. You want a balloon animal in the mail?
Yes, please.
We'll see if it actually survives, you know?
Oh, yes. I can't believe you're doing that. That's so freaking cool.
Jade DeVere says, "Aw." Jade says, "I remember the gay club gig. I gave River some advice that night."
Is that why he's so good, Jade?
And Donna Carter says, "Robert, behave."
Oh, Robert, Donna said behave.
Tom is like, "Is that a balloon, or are you just happy to see me?"
Oh, this is
all these straight guys. It's all straight guys making the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking breeders.
It's fun. What did you call them?
Breeders.
Breeders?
The breeders.
Oh,
breeders.
Sorry, it took me a minute. I don't know why.
That's okay. Well, you know, we've been here for a while now, and I know it's hot in there and all that, and it's like been an hour and a half. So let's get to this card thing.
Okay. All right.
So let's do that, and then that way, you know, I don't know. I really want to know what we're gonna do here. This is really cool. So I'm excited about this. Plus the fact is, too, guys, just so everybody's aware, I got to take Dad into the hospital tomorrow morning. So I've got to do some things with my father. He has surgery. And so I have a lot of things to do with Papa in the morning. That means I need to get up at the ass crack of dawn. That's usually when I go to bed. That's when I usually go to bed. 6 o'clock.
You're always working. You need to get rest and take care of yourself, mister.
That's not what I was thinking what I need.
Oh, I bet I know what you think you need. But I can give you good advice on what you should be needing.
Okay, Mommy. All right,
yes.
let's get with the cards. Okay, all everybody, right. Get your cards out. Whip them out.
All right, so. Is that somebody?
Sorry.
So these days, I've been thinking a lot about luck, right? So far, I and my family have been have good luck during the pandemic. But I don't want to take that for granted. So I developed a practice, a ritual, if you will, that keeps my spirit alive in this human possibility. So I want to share that with you. So we've asked everyone to gather 8 cards: ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of clubs. And if you haven't done it before, if you're just listening to this podcast, go quickly, get your card, pull out those from ace to 8. All right. And and if you have them now, make sure that you have all 8 cards. And we're going to use the clubs, right? The reason why we're using the clubs is the clubs represent luck. Right? So turn down the packet and face down, and I want you to mix them.
Mix them.
Yep. So mix them up. And as we're going to do this, we're going to have one volunteer. If you want to be a volunteer, just say yes in the comments. And then Teddy will let us know who that person is. So let's mix up the cards. One volunteer, just put yes.
Come on, guys. Put yes in the comment if you want to be the volunteer.
If you don't want to, since we have, like, as I was planning on it, we can actually have, since you don't have any cards, we can actually have Gina actually cards.
Oh, Donna Carter just said yes.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you, Donna.
Do you want me to bring her up, or do you just want her to do this?
No, she's fine. She's fine. This was fun.
Okay. All right. So I actually got 3 yeses now.
Oh.
Yeah,
But Donna was the first.
Donna comes back with Cap. She's like,
That's
I'm
right.
the only one. Okay.
That's right.
Love
Okay.
it.
So, all right, everyone stop, put the wheel of fortune to a halt, and let's see what we have. So we have the 3, right?
Yeah.
That's actually a good sign.
Yes, luck.
So everyone,
I got.
take your 3, right, and put it to the face of your packet, right? So if you're listening to this broadcast, the face would be the numbers facing away from you, and the back would be the color backs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I sit down.
How are
Got
you
it.
doing, Ted?
You got that?
I got it. I got it. I think. Yep. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Hey,
See right
there
there.
you go. Perfect.
I got it. I got it.
Perfect.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way
I'm
you
on
can.
top now.
All right. So the cultures, the 3 was a lucky number, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And to the Celts, it symbolized land, sea, and sky, or the Holy Trinity.
Sky.
In Korea, it was lucky because it reflected the unity of earth, air, and heaven. All right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Gina, we're going to start with you, right? So, should we spell 3 or count 3?
Did you call me
Gina?
Gina?
Yeah, Jenna.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
Jenna.
Jenna.
Looks like Gina, but I'm Jenna.
Yeah.
All right. We can only
okay.
talk for an hour and a half, and it's like your name on it.
I know. I was just going to say that's so rude. I'm just like hurt a little bit. I'm kidding. I'm not. So what was the question again? You said
So, should we spell 3 or count 3?
let's go count 3.
Okay, fair enough. So before anybody does this, what we're going to do is we're going to move one card from the face to the back with each number. So you say count 3, is that correct?
Yes, count 3.
Okay, so here we go. So we'll do this with me. Everyone does it. So we're going to go 1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
And that's it, and that's the wheel turns. Okay, so now, let's do this. We'll put this down here. And Teddy, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
I said Teddy, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't
Oh.
listen very well. Ted.
Stop.
Ted.
So what
Too late.
we have the 4, right?
Right.
Okay, so everyone take your 4, right, from your packet, and let's put it to the front of the packet.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
And since we counted the last time, let's spell it, right? So the same thing we're going to do again. We're going to take the card from front to back, right? So do it with me. So F,
F,
O,
O,
U,
U,
R.
R.
Okay? Now,
Yep.
sometimes the wheel of fortune spins out of play. So everyone remove the first 2 cards of your packet from the face and toss it to the side.
Okay.
All right? So everyone, it's going to be different because we mixed them thoroughly in the beginning, right?
Oh,
So
sure.
as we deepen the ritual, right? We don't even have to use the face of the card, right? We can use any of the values, right? So keep your packet just as it is, right? And
Yep.
let's work with 5, right? So
Yeah.
Donna, we're going to stay with Donna. We're going to go to Donna. So Donna,
Donna.
should we spell 5 or should we count 5?
Okay, Donna. So we're waiting on you. Can we count 5 or spell 5? That is up to you, Donna. So Donna, count 5 or spell 5.
Do, do, do.
Do,
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 do, Do, do, do, do, do.
Oh,
She
she
said
came.
spell 5.
She
Fair enough.
arrived.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So here we go. We're going to spell 5, just like we do. We're going to move one card from the back, right? So we spell it. So F,
F I
B,
B
E.
E.
Okay. And then remove the 2 cards from the face of the packet and toss it aside. All right.
Yeah.
And then now you're going to take your packet of cards. You're going to put it face down on your palm.
Yep.
All right. So there's some values that we haven't even used yet. Be like the 6, 7, 8, 2, 8, right? So without saying anything, select one of those values as your secret talisman, right? And with the cards facing down, you're going to spell the secret value now, right? Moving one card from the top to the bottom. I'm going to move my hands down so I don't influence you, right? So if you maybe want to change the screen so that way you can, Tim, you can see it, we can see you, and
So we're just counting the number.
you're going to count the number. Don't say it out loud. Everyone's going to do that. So from the top to the bottom, you're going to no, actually you're going to do the value of it. So if it's 6, it's SIX, right?
Okay.
7, so that's what you're like. I don't want to force you, so go ahead and do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Now pause, right? I want you to reflect on something that brought you lucky in the life, right? I want you to put your hand on your heart. Think of that one thing that brought you luck. Take a deep breath. Exhale out. Right? And now we're going to complete the ritual by spelling the secret value again by moving the card from top to the bottom. So do it again.
To the same one we just did before.
The same one. The same one. All right. So then now we're going to do is take that top card, right? And you're going to toss it aside. Okay.
Oof.
Place your hands on top. And actually, let's do instead of the whole screen, let's do a whole device. So actually, everyone can see your screen as well because you're playing along.
Okay.
Right. So everyone, put your hand on top of the cards. I'm going to put a gesture of peace. Right. Because especially with everything that's going on right tonight. So I want you to think about it. Think about it. You've mixed the cards thoroughly at the start.
Yeah.
You, not me, decided whether we would spell or count, and even the values of what we're going to use. And the wheel of fortune has been turning around in your hands, right? So now, before the night started, I took another symbol of luck, a die, and I rolled it not once, not twice, but 3 times. And after the third roll, I recorded that, and I put it up here behind me. So this has been here the whole time, right? And we didn't set anything up. Is that correct, Teddy?
Right. We didn't.
We didn't set anything up. We didn't set anything up. Is that correct?
Right.
With anybody? So here we go. So please don't look at your cards just yet, because if you do, it's bad luck. Right?
Okay, don't look. Yep.
The number I rolled was 4. Okay? Now, when I say go, everyone look at the bottom part of the pile. And if you got 4, mark yes in the comments so we can see who's lucky today.
The bottom card?
The bottom card. Lift it up on the bottom card. If you have a 4.
Oh my gosh, Ted, you're magic.
Comments so we can see who is lucky.
If you're listening, Ted he has a 4 too.
I have a 4. So if you're just listening, I did get the 4.
Do we see anybody else? If you got a 4, please. Oh, we hear Donna said yes, she got a 4. Good job, Donna. You follow directions well.
She's lucky.
Yeah, she's lucky.
You're lucky. What are you talking about, River? People are getting it, so that's awesome. You gave great instructions.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Tom, what do you got? Smart ass. Come on.
Uh-oh.
I want to hear Robert, Chanel. Come on, guys. Right now, the only one I got is Donna.
And you know what? Thank you, Donna. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I got a 4. I was like, wow, that's cool.
No 4, but I may have messed up due to internet lag.
Yeah, you might have.
I just have a problem with following directions, so I'm kind of glad I didn't have to use the cards, or else this would not have gone smoothly.
But maybe have a lucky day. Maybe tomorrow.
Robert says no cards in the house.
Oh.
Chanel says I got the 4 of clubs.
Nice. Chanel, you did it. Awesome.
Some lucky people in the house.
You did
Yeah.
it. You did it. You did it.
Well,
you
that is
did it, you did
fantastic.
it.
That is great. That was awesome. God, maybe that bubble background was lucky for me.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, how do we turn bubbles into like money?
Oh.
You were talking about fortune, so I'm hoping we can learn something about fortune.
Unless you like to buy that.
Wonder if you could put a dollar bill.
Oh!
What was I just saying? Oh, that was like a mic drop, but
Yeah,
it was a money drop. It was really cool.
It was a money drop.
Yes.
It was a money drop.
If you're listening, he literally did blow a bubble, and when it popped, he pulled out a folded dollar bill. Or was
Yep.
that $100 bill?
Oh,
I just checking.
Dinah's like, oh yeah. So,
Uh-huh.
oh my God, I gotta say, River, thank you so much for coming here and doing this with us. This was just amazing. This was so much fun, and I would love to have you back again. Definitely with when your little secret happens too, your little thing that you're planning.
Yes.
That would be great fun. Guys, please say thank you to Mr. River. Oh, you know what? There was a question I was going to ask you. How did you get the first name River?
it was given to me.
Really?
Yes. River. Yep.
Your parents, or was that like a name by
My
friends?
parents were not hippies,
That's
and,
beautiful.
even though I look like a hippie. And I'm again, like I said, my mom. I said I marched with a different drummer. So my siblings have normal names, and I'm the only one in the family that has River. It's,
That is awesome.
Very, very cool. Yeah.
All right. So so you're not performing anywhere, but where can they check you out online? Are you doing anything online now to where they can come and check you out, or?
I am actually performing. So there's several things you can do. The best way to get a hold of me is, of course, Facebook. So if you go to Facebook.com/Riverberry and email me, that is actually the fastest way to get a hold of me. Of course, going onto my website and you see all that, and you see the different things that I offer. So they can do like that. And so again, I do live shows. There's social distance, so you have like people are 20 feet away, which is actually happening this weekend. That is because of the bubbles, and we're outside. The whole community can gather together and hire me, and I'm blowing bubbles, and they can enjoy that, stuff like that. And then also online. So we set up a Zoom. Actually, I like this platform. So this platform this is brand new for me. This is something I might actually explore down the road.
Hey,
Yay.
you should get
Yay.
your own show. This is a great network. I'm not kidding. People may tune in to see your magic and your bubbles. I'm not kidding you. Just saying. You can have all your friends on that do bubbles, or I'm just totally excited. So tell me if you get a show.
I love you, Jenna. I do.
Aw,
I love
thank
you.
Love you too.
Robert White has one more comment, and that is for me. He says, Ted, don't ask how he got his name. His parents might be Doctor Who fans.
Actually,
Oh.
there's been a few famous rivers, haven't there? I know River Phoenix. I was in love with him when I was like 16. I was like, I wanted to marry him. I took a picture of like a teen beat. It was like a poster on the wall, and I took a picture of it, and I was like, it's like he's real. I thought, I was like 16, and I wanted a real picture of a Hollywood actor, and River Phoenix was so hot.
All right, so now we know why she's living in a rubber room. But anyway.
Well, actually, growing up, I mean, it was the same thing. Like, there wasn't many people that had the name River, but actually, 2 years ago, I met 10 Rivers, boys or girls, between the ages of 8 and 10. So,
Wow.
So I don't know if that was like a popular name at the time, but so.
Wow.
Very cool.
I if I was ever straight, I was going to actually name my daughter, which is a unique name, but it's a name that in the Native American world you would hear Whisper would have been her first name, and Grace. So it would have been Whisper Grace. That was the female name that I had picked out, and and then believe it or not, because of just another reason, if I ever had a boy, it would have been Taw, Taw. That would have been his first name, is Taw.
I've never heard of Taw, but that's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's very.
Yeah, I love the name River.
I do too.
That's awesome. Yeah, I fish in a lot of rivers.
Do you? I love fishing. Hey, do you fish, Mr. River?
I stack rocks by the river.
Oh, yeah, I saw you do a little stacking on the line, so.
Okay, so I gotta know before we go, what's the stacking by the river mean?
Well, I mean, just like stacking rocks.
Zen rocks, you know how you stack.
The bounce rocks, like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Another color.
Rocks are beautiful. I've collected rocks since I've been a little girl. I know it's strange. Maybe that is why I am in a rubber room.
Donna Carter says, well named, love you, River. Jade I was waiting for the proposal about River having his own show. I think that would be great.
Right? Thank you for saying that, Jade. I totally agree.
And Dana Carter says, very cool names, Ted. Well, thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping in here. Tom says, I explored near a river today. There you go. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here and Talk with Teddy. And thank you, Mr. Riverberry, for joining us here. Fantastic individual. And I love the magic. I am very happy that you joined us. It was great. I adored it. So, ladies, gentlemen, go check out Mr. Riverberry. Check out his website, his Facebook page. Stalk him. He likes it. Go and stalk him. So hey, ladies, not bad to look at. So go for it. You know, it's one of those things. And he's single now. So there you go. I guess that's it. God, Jenna, you're sticking around for backstage.
Not for very long. I too have to be up, and I was up at
Yeah, me too. But you said you wanted to
sleep last night.
I get it, but you said you wanted to talk quick, so we're going to do that real quick after.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do that. All right, River, thank you so much again. I do. Thank you again. We do appreciate it. And yes, we will. River will be back.
Good.
He will be back.
Good. Thank you so much, River. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. Thank you. All right, we're out of here, guys. We'll see you Saturday for. Oh my God, we're doing a Hillbillies in the Holler on Saturday.
Oh my.
They are hillbillies that have a YouTube channel. They are funny. They are amazing. They are really hillbillies, from what I understand. Their latest hillbilly, I guess the best way to put it, his name is Red, and he's amazing. So tune in Saturday night. It's going to be a wonderful show. All right, guys, good night. And don't forget, share, like, and all that good stuff with Talk with Teddy. We will talk to you soon. Good night. Oh, and don't forget, take care of your neighbors as well as yourself, because we are all important. All right? Good night, folks.
Yeah, everyone.
Everybody. That's right. Thank you and my guests for joining me here on Talk with Teddy. Be safe and look out for one another. Don't forget that Talk with Teddy is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, so please go and subscribe. Thank you.